If you hopped into Valorant to play a round or two of ranked gameplay a couple of days ago, it's possible you were met with a message that said the mode's been turned off. Many players were left confused at just why this happened. Turns out, it's because of a game-breaking no-flash bug that basically forced Riot to shut down ranked gameplay. In this video, we'll be talking about all this and more. First off, the game-breaking bug gave some players a huge advantage. Riot's been pretty kind to their Valorant fanbase by giving them new patches and updates quite often, but these patches don't come without their fair share of bugs and issues, and the latest patch, 5.03, had one such bug that was, let's just say, game-breaking. The patch, which went live last week, had a no-flash bug that gave the players abusing it a huge advantage. Basically, it involved players turning off their user interface in the general settings, and wouldn't you know it, flashes were somehow being considered as part of the user interface. This meant that anyone that was willing to turn off their UI got the reward of basically being immune to all the flashes in the game. If you've played any tactical shooter, you'll know just how important flashes are for the overall combat. They help you blind enemies, and a lot of strategies and tactics are based on properly timed flashes. Now, imagine that you got everything done perfectly, but your opponent is immune to the flash and instantly pops your head as soon as you peek that corner. Yeah, it's no wonder why Riot decided to turn off ranked gameplay before players lost all their hair due to this annoying bug. Next, the bug gained popularity due to a professional player. While it's possible the bug had existed in the patch for almost a week, it didn't really enter the limelight until a professional player, Zellsis, posted a clip of it on his Twitter. The tweet, which has now gained over 29,000 likes, finally got Riot to address the issue, but it also meant that just about everyone you knew was abusing this glitch before Riot hotfixed it. Hey, sometimes that's a necessary evil to get the developer's attention. The clip that Zellsis posted showcases him playing the Raze character on the bind map. After turning off his user interface, he asks his teammate who is playing Skye to purposely flash him. His teammate of course listened and flashed the guy, and that's when the Sentinel player's jaw dropped. Just as he expected, he was completely immune to the flash. But of course, that's not when the experiment ended. Zellsis then made his way to an enemy Phoenix player to see if he could keep his eyes clear of enemy flashes too, and lo and behold, it worked. The player couldn't help but shout out that he finally found out the reason why his flashes never worked. If you've also been in a situation where you just know your flash was on point but still got one-shotted by an enemy, now you know why. Moving on, how quickly did Riot respond to the bug? With a bug as big as this, you just know it was absolute chaos at the Riot offices until it was fixed. The company was quick to shut down ranked gameplay until a solution was created, and thankfully it didn't take them too long because it was hotfixed just a day later. The ranked queue is now back up, so if you're looking to climb, now's perfectly safe to do so. At least we hope as much. The thing is, with every patch Riot releases, there's bound to be a couple of bugs and glitches that pop up, and while players were lucky enough to find out about this one before most people really got a chance to abuse it, we can't help but wonder just how many other bugs and glitches might still be existing in the system that just no one knows about. If you're aware of any such bugs, do everyone a favor and report them to Riot. We shouldn't have to explain how much it sucks to have to die from glitches and bugs. Finally, people aren't happy with Valorant's constant bug issue. While Riot was quick to patch this problem after it went viral, there's no denying that Valorant has a big issue with bugs and glitches. Almost every other patch is seemingly introducing a new performance-related or glitchy issue, and it seems players have had enough. On Twitter, many players of the game responded to the whole fiasco by saying that the no-flash bug was far from the only issue in this patch. Some people have reported having huge amounts of packet loss and frame skips too, so if you've been dealing with these issues, chances are it's not a problem on your end. Some people also pointed out how they'd reported the issue long before Zellsis commented on it, but of course, their feedback was completely overlooked. Some Valorant players also were surprised to see just how long it took for this to be discovered. It's likely something that the bug came baked into the patch when it came out a week earlier. So, have people really been using this glitch to their advantage for more than a week, and no one at Riot found out about it? Seriously, come on, that's just sloppy. But not everyone was cynical. Some gamers were on Riot's side, stating that the bug likely appeared recently, which is why it took so long to get discovered. Either way, we're really hoping Riot is able to get a hold on all these glitches, because what's the use of a tactical shooter when every tactic is hindered by 100 bugs? Other news. Firstly, Assassin's Creed is getting its very own whiskey. If you were old enough to play the first Assassin's Creed when it first came out, the 15-year-old anniversary surprise the series is getting might just be perfect for you. Apparently, the long-running video game franchise is going to be releasing its very own branded whiskey to celebrate its 15th anniversary. Foodbeast adds that the whiskey will be hitting markets as part of a partnership between Anthem Studios and the distillery Tennessee Legend, and it seems that this might just be the first of many that are in the works. Rob Report has pointed out that the studio might be working on more spirits that are based on video games, TV shows, and movies. For people who don't prefer whiskey, don't worry, Anthem Studios has another option available. Their Black Flag Spiced Rum is making its way to stores in September, as well as another Valhalla-themed vodka, which has a fall release. It's safe to say there's going to be a large amount of Assassin's Creed-themed alcohol to pick from. Next up, a studio is working on a game where you play as a squirrel with a gun. Just when you've thought you've seen it all, a video game studio releases a new demo that makes you question your entire reality. That's exactly what's going on with the new Squirrel with the Gun demo. The platformer does exactly what it describes. In the game, players can run around as a squirrel that's wielding a seemingly loaded pistol. Indie developer Daniel d'Entremont is behind the game and has made a Steam page for it. While just a trailer is out, people can't help but jump around in excitement already. We mean, it's a squirrel with a gun, so it totally makes sense. The game could still be a long way from completion, but if done well, this could very well be the new goat simulator. Finally, Ghost of Tsushima movie may feature an all-Japanese cast. Fans of Ghost of Tsushima recently found out some news about the game's much-anticipated live-action adaptation. Director Chad Stahelski says that he wants to make the film with an all-Japanese cast. Not only that, he wants it to be in Japanese language too. Hey, if you're going for authenticity, then this is definitely the way to go. It wouldn't really make sense to see American actors speaking English in feudal Japan, would it? It seems more and more that foreign language films are coming into the mainstream lately, especially with Parasite winning the Academy Award for Best Film in 2020. It definitely looks like directors have a bit more freedom with how they approach the cast and language of their films. One of the big concerns has been about marketability, but with a series like Ghost of Tsushima, you already know there's going to be loads of fans of the game that are going to line theaters, so that's a worry which can be set aside. Even so, Stahelski realizes that this is still a big challenge. Surely no studio is going to just hand him $200 million to make a movie without speaking English, but he believes that we're entering a time where general audiences are becoming more and more used to reading subtitles, especially with the popularity of options like Netflix. But whether or not they're willing to show up to the theaters for that still remains to be seen. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think Riot needs to improve how they deal with all these glitches and bugs that keep popping up? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.